Morning everyone. Today we're going to go through another set of SA1 paper. So hopefully during this period of time everyone is staying safe, staying indoor, and let's get into the paper. Okay, the first question that I'm going to go through is basically a question from paper 1. So I will not be able to use the calculator. First question is question 25. Okay, Kelly cycled from the school to the library at 10 km per hour at 2 p.m. At the same time, Yanni cycled from the library to the school at 8 km per hour. The distance between the school and the library was 27 km. What time did they meet each other? Give your answer in the 24-hour clock. So in this case, it is two objects that's moving towards each other. Let's draw a simple model from the school to the library. So Kelly is traveling in this direction, right, at 10 km per hour. Okay, and as for Yanni is cycling from the library to the school, okay, at 8 km per hour. The next thing that we know is the distance between the school and the library is 27 km. Okay, so in this case, if we want to find the time taken for them to meet each other, okay, time taken. Okay, we can use the total distance between them, which is 27 km, divided by their total speed, which is 10 plus 8. Okay, so this is gonna be 27 over 18. Change it to the simplest form. Divided by 9. Divided by 9 will give you a 3 over 2, which is 1.5 hours. Okay, so starting from 2 p.m, if you add another 1.5 hours, it is going to be 3:30 p.m. Okay, notice that they want you to give the answer in a 24-hour clock, so you got the plus 12 to this, so it will be 1530. Okay, this will be the answer for question 26. Question 29. ABCD is a square. ABDE is a parallelogram. FC is a straight line. They want you to find angle X. So since ABCD is a square, we know that the diagonal is going to cut this into 45. Okay, and these two lines are parallel because ABDE is a parallelogram, which means that this is also 45. Okay, to find angle X, you just need to use 180 minus 45, which will give me 135 degree. Question 30. Mrs. Tan always saved 30% of her salary. In June, her salary increased by 10% and she saved $120 more. What was her salary in June? So let's write down some info. So usually, let's let her salary be equal to 100%, right? Okay, so she will save 30%. Okay, but in June, the salary increased by 10%, which means that now her salary will be 110%. So how much is 30% of this 110%? Okay, if you are not comfortable with percentage, you can treat it as unit. Okay, but it'll be easier if you treat everything as percentage. So we're gonna find what is 30% of 110. Do your reducing, cancel, you're gonna get 33%. Okay, so now you can see that the difference of 3% is equals to the $120. Okay, they want you to find what was her salary in June, which means that first I need to find what is 1%. 120 divided by 3 will give me 40, and next I need to find what is 110%. Okay, you can do your working somewhere else. 110 times 40 is 1100 times 4. It's basically 4400. Okay, that will be 4400. This is the answer. Let's move on to the paper 2. First question of paper 2. Yanni had $W. She spent $9 on some stationery. Then she divided the remaining money among her 2 sisters. Express the amount of money each sister received in terms of W. If each sister received $35, how much did Yanni have? Okay, let's start with part A. So Yanni had $W. Okay, she spent $9 and divide the remaining, that means this whole thing, amongst her 2 sisters. Okay, so this will be the answer. W minus 9 over 2. Okay, part B, if each sister receives $35, how much did Yanni have? Okay, for this question, if you are not very sure what's going on, you can basically draw a simple model over here. Okay, let this be the amount of money, right? Yanni at first, she spent $9, and then after that the remaining give her to her 2 sisters, right? Okay, so if you cut this into 2 and each one is 35, we can find what is the total. 35 plus 35 will be 70. 70 plus 9 will give me, okay, $79. Let's move on to question 2. Question 2, find the sum of angle A and B. Okay, we know that this triangle is isosceles, so this is 49. Right, we can find what is this angle over here. Okay, 49 plus 49, and if I were to minus 180, it's gonna give me 82. So 180 minus 49 gonna give me 82. This is 82 here. Okay, which means that angle A is 98 and angle B is also 98. So to find the answer, you just need to use 98 times 2 or 98 plus 98. Gonna give me 196 degree. Okay, let's move on to question 3. Question 3. Devi is 8 years older than Jerry. In 4 years' time, the ratio of their age will be 5:4. What is the age of Jerry now? Okay, so in this case, the ratio of 5:7 is J:D. Okay, 5:7 because Devi is the one that's older. And remember, the most important thing in any age-related question is the age difference between 2 persons will never change. So since Devi is 8 years older than Jerry, in 4 years' time, Devi will still be 8 years older than Jerry, which means that the 2 unit over here is equals to 8. I know that 1 unit is equals to 4. 5 units is equals to 20. Okay, so to find Jerry's age now, I need to use 20 minus 4, which will give me 16. Question 4. The average mass of 4 children is 25 kg. The total mass of 2 children is 54 kg. What is the average mass of the other 2 children? We're going to find the total of the 4 children first. So 4 times 25 is going to give me 100 kg. Next, we're going to find the total of the other 2 children. 2 times 54 will give me 108. Oops, sorry. The total mass of the 2 children is 54 kg, which means that now I need to use the total of the 4 children minus the total of those 2. Okay, this 46 kg is the total of the other 2 children. What's the average mass of the other 2 children? So 46 divided by 2 will give me 23. Question 5. The box contains some blue and red marbles. A quarter of the marbles were blue. Jane added 20 green marbles into the box. So for each of the statement below is either true, false, or not possible to tell. We're gonna decide which is which. For part A, after adding the green marbles, the fraction of the marbles that were blue was less than a quarter. Okay, so this is true because a quarter of the marbles were blue, right? So if this is 104, the unit on top is the blue, below is the total. Okay, so if you were to add another 20 green, okay, you'll be increasing the denominator, right? Which means that overall the fraction will decrease and you'll be less than a quarter. So for part A, it is true. Part B, the fraction of marbles that were green was greater than the fraction of marbles that were red. Okay, I don't think we can tell if the fraction of marbles that were green was greater than the fraction of marbles that were red, because we were not the question did not provide us with any information about the number of blue or green, or I mean the blue or the red marbles. Okay, so in this case it's not possible to tell. Question 6. Mingyi saved a total of $70 in 7 days. From the second day onwards, she saved $2 more than the previous day. How much did she save on the 4th day? Okay, so in this case, I'm going to list out, since it's only 7 days. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm going to let the amount that she saved on the first day be equal to 1 unit. Okay, so the second day will be 1 unit plus 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus 12. Okay, altogether it will be $70. Okay, so if we want to find what is 1 unit, okay, we need to use $70 minus away all these extra. Okay, all these will add up. 2 and 8 will be 10, 6 and 4 will be 10, which is 20. 20 plus 10 is 30, 30 plus 12, which is 42. So the first step that you're going to do is 70 minus away 42, which will give me 28. Okay, and then after that 28 divided by 7, because that's 7 days, 7 units, it's going to give me 4. Okay, on the 4th day is this one, be 4 plus 6, which is 10. Question 7. ABCD is a trapezium. EA is parallel to FB. Find angle EDC, which is over here. Okay, for this question, you need to extend this line over here. Extend a straight line, and since EA is parallel to FB, this is 42, and so this angle over here is also 42. Okay, if you're familiar with the exterior angle of a triangle, 87 minus 42 will give you the answer. Okay, if not, let me just write down this step first. 87 minus 42 will give me 45 degree. Okay, or you can find what is the angle over here. 180 minus 87 first, which will give me 93. And then after that, looking at this triangle over here, 180 minus 42 minus 93, it will also give you 45. Let me just double check. Yep. Okay, so the answer is 45 degree. Question 8. AECD is a rhombus. AB is equal to BC. Find angle BAE, which is this angle over here. Okay, for this question, we're gonna cut this whole diagram into exact half, like this. Okay, which will make this 44. This will be 44 because it is a rhombus, so these two are the same. Okay, if this is 44, we're gonna know that this is 180 minus 44, which will give me 136. Okay, this is 136. This angle over here is 24. Okay, because since these two are the same, I'm gonna cut it into exact half. So now we can proceed on to find the answer. Okay, looking at this triangle over here, we can use 180 minus 136 minus 24. Okay. It's gonna be equal to 30 degree. Okay, question 9. The figure is made out of 4 circles. The length of PQ is over here, is 26 cm. O is the center of the bigger circle, so I suppose O is somewhere here. Maybe I should use red color. The two inner shaded circles, these two, okay, meet at center O. The width of the shaded ring is 2 cm, so 2 cm over here. Find the total area of the shaded parts. Okay, so the plan to find the total area of the shaded part is we must first find the big circle, minus with the smaller circle to find the shaded ring. And then we will just find the area of the two circles and add them all together. Okay, so I'm going to write it over here. Area of the big circle. It's gonna be pi r squared. So pi is 3.14. Radius is 26 divided by 2, which is 13 square. Okay, this is going to give me 530.66. Next, we're gonna find the small circle. Small circle will be 3.14 times. Okay, the diameter of the smaller circle will be 26 minus 4, right? Which is 22. So 22 divided by 2 will be 11. The radius is 11 square. 3.14 times 11 square will give me 379.94. Okay, so we're gonna minus the both of them area of ring. It's gonna be 379.94 minus 530.66. 530.66 minus 379.94, which will give me 150.72. Okay, next we're gonna proceed on to find the two smaller circle, but let us figure out what is their diameter first. Okay, so just now we know that the radius of the inner circle is 11, which means that here to here is 11. Okay, which means that the radius of the smaller circle is 5.5. Okay, area of two inner circle gonna be 2 times IR square. Okay, this is going to give me 189.97, which means that the total shaded area okay, we will just need to use the area of the ring plus the area of the two circles. Okay, it will give me 340.69. Do I need to round it off to anything or anything? Nope. Okay, so this is the answer. Question 10. Samsia earned 45 cents for each keychain sold. So for every 35 keychains sold, she would be given an additional amount of money. So this is a grouping question. She sold 163 keychains and received $95.35 altogether. What was the total amount of money she would be given for... Sorry, what was the additional amount of money she would be given for every 35 keychains sold? Okay, so the first thing we need to find is how many groups of 35 keychains were sold. I'm gonna use 163 divided by 35. This is going to give me 4.657 ... which suggests that there is 4 groups of 35. Okay, so if there's 4 groups of 35, let us find out how many is that exactly. 4 times 35 will give me 140. Okay, 163 minus 140 will give me 23. Okay, so the 23 that she sold are the loose ones because she didn't qualify for the additional money because she didn't hit 35 keychains. So I'm gonna find out this 23 keychain, how much did she earn? Okay, 23 times 0.45. $10.35. Okay, the next step, I'm going to use $95.35 minus with the $10.35. Gonna give me $85. So this $85 is received from selling the 4 groups of 35. So I'm gonna use 85 divided by 4 to find one group is how much. Okay, one group is $21.25. Okay, so if you do a bit of working by the side, if I'm gonna sell 35 keychain and each is 45 cents, I'm going to earn $15.75, but in actual fact I earned $21.25, which means that the additional amount of money that should be given for every 35 keychain will be $25.25 minus the $15.75. It'll be $5.50. Question 11. The figure below shows tank A and B. Tank A and B placed together. Both the tanks were empty. Tank A had a breadth of 22 cm and its length was twice that of its breadth, which means that the length is basically 44 cm. Okay, when some water was poured into tank A, some of the water flowed into tank B through the hole which was just above tank A. So that's the hole here. In the end, tank B was two-thirds filled and there was a total of 1,230 ml of water in the two tanks. What was the volume of water in tank B? Okay, so first we're gonna find what's the volume of water in tank A. If the height of tank B is 9 cm, which means that tank A can only fill up to 9 cm. So the first step would be to do 9 times 22 times 44 to find the volume of water in tank A. $8,712. So now we're gonna use the total amount of money, total amount of water minus 8,712. Okay, it's gonna give me 1,518 ml. Okay, this is the answer for part A. For part B, what was the capacity of tank B? Since over here it says that tank B was two-thirds filled with water, right? So two-thirds is going to be 1518. You just need to find what is 1/3 using 1518 divided by 2. 759 and then times 3. Okay, 3 over 3 is equal to 2277 ml. Okay, this will be the answer for part B. Okay, question 12. Mrs. Tan bought a handbag in France. She wanted to sell the bag for $3,480. After some bargaining, she sold the handbag to Mrs. Lee at a 25% discount of the selling price. The amount she received from Mrs. Lee was 20% more than what she paid for the handbag. How much did she pay for the handbag? Okay, so if she sold the handbag to Mrs. Lee at a 25% discount, which means that she sold it at 75%, right? Let us find out what is 75% of 3,480 first. Okay, this would be $2,610. Okay, so this $2,610, it was 20% more than what she had paid for the handbag, which means that this is going to be 120%. Okay, 120% is $2,610. Okay, you can find what is 1%, and after which you can find what is 100%. Okay, 100% will be 2610 over 120, then multiply by 100. Okay, which is $2,175. So this is what she paid for the handbag. Question 13. The figure below shows an isosceles triangle. This isosceles triangle, 3/4 circle, this one, okay, and a semicircle over here. The 3/4 circle and the semicircle have a radius of 40 cm each, okay, which is not provided in the diagram. M is the midpoint of AB. What is the parameter of this figure? Give your answers in terms of pi. Okay, so first I'm going to find what is the 3/4 circle. Okay, I'm trying to find parameter, right? So 3/4 times pi times d, which is 28. Okay, I'm gonna simplify this. This is gonna give me 21 pi. Next, I'm gonna find, okay, so this is, I've already covered this part here. Next, I'm gonna cover the semicircle. Semicircle will be half times pi times 28. Will give me 14 pi. Okay, so now I just need to add with this 25, 25, and I need to add these two. Since these two are the same, this will be 14, 14. Okay, so 21 pi plus 14 pi plus 25 plus 25 plus 14 plus 14. Okay, did I miss out any of the parameter? I don't think so. So this is going to give me 35 pi plus 78. Okay, so this will be the answer for question 13. Question 14. A tank is filled with water from two taps. Tap A alone can fill the tank completely in 10 minutes. Tap B alone can fill the tank twice as fast as tap A. Both taps are turned on at the same time. How long does it take for tap B alone to fill the tank completely? So if tab A, okay, can fill the tank in 10 minutes, twice as fast would be 5 minutes. Okay, that will be the answer for part A. Part B, how long does it take for both tabs to fill the tank completely? Okay, so for A, in 1 minute, okay, you can fill up 1/10 of the tank. For B, in 1 minute, you can fill up 1/5 of the tank. So if you were to switch both tabs on, A plus B, in 1 minute, okay, it'll be 1/10 plus 1/5. This is going to give me 3/10. Okay, so if 3/10 is equal to 1 minute, 1/10 will be equal to 1/3 minute. Okay, the total amount of time taken would be to fill up the whole tank is 10/3 minutes. Okay, 10/3, change it to mix will be 3 1/3 minutes. Okay, so that's the answer for part B. Question 15. There were 850 pairs of shoes produced in a factory. Each pair of female shoes was sold at $45. Each pair of male shoes was sold at $39. When all the shoes were sold, the amount of money collected from the sale of female shoes was $12,210, more than the amount of money collected from the sale of male shoes. How much money was collected from the sale of the male shoes? Okay, round off your answer to the nearest $100. Okay, for this question, I'm gonna use guess and check. Okay, for the female shoe, I'm gonna write here. Okay, female is $45. Okay, for the male, it's $39. I'm gonna start off with somewhere in the middle. Okay, 450 pairs of female shoes, which means that there will be 400 pairs of male shoe. Okay, what I want to find is the difference between them, so I'm gonna subtract these two and find out what is it gonna give me. Okay, this is going to give me 4,650, which is, you know, still very far away from the 12,210. So what I want is 12210. Okay, I'm going to increase it by 10. So 460 times 45, which means that the male shoes will be 390. Let's find out what's gonna give me. $5,490. Let me double check. Because in any guess and check, you do not want to make any careless mistakes. Okay, this is also wrong, but the thing that we want to look out for is what is the jump every time I increase by 10. Okay, the jump every time I increase 10 female shoes will be $840. So I want to increase until I reach 1,200 and 12,210. Okay, from here to here is 6,720. Okay, so which means that I need to use 6,000. Let's just do some working by the side here. 6,720 divided by 840. Going to give me 8. Okay, which means that I need to add another 8 groups. Okay, I need to plus another 80. That will give me 540 pairs of female shoe and 540. 850 minus 540, which will give me 310. Okay, let's just double check to make sure that it gives us the correct difference. Okay, so this is indeed the correct one. Okay, but the question is asking us how much money was collected from the sale of the male shoes, which is over here. 310 multiplied by 39, which will give me, okay, 12,090. Remember, you need to round it off to the nearest $100, which will give me 12100. Okay, so this is the answer for this question. Question 16. Mrs. Tan baked some muffins. 3/5 of the muffins were banana muffins and the rest were walnut muffins. Her family ate 3/4 of the banana muffins and she donated 252 walnut muffins to an old folks home. She then had 1/4 of the muffins left. What fraction of the muffins did her family eat? If your answer is in the simplest form, how many muffins did she bake altogether? Okay, let's try to digest the question first. 3/5 of the muffins were bananas, yep, and the rest were walnuts. So which means that banana is to walnut is 3:2, right? Her family ate 3/4 of the banana muffins, so it's gonna be a bit difficult for me to find what is 3/4 of 3 units. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna multiply by 4 to this, giving me 12:8. Okay, so now I can find what is 3/4 of 12 units. Okay, let's draw a model so that you can visualize it a bit better. I'm gonna draw it here. I'm not gonna cut it up into parts. I'm just gonna cut a line somewhere here where 12 units is the banana, okay, and then the 8 unit will be the walnut. The family ate 3/4 of the banana, which means that the family ate how many units? 3/4 of 12 units is 9 units. Okay, and this is left. You left. Okay, remember that and she donated 252 walnut muffins, so I do not know how much is it. I'm gonna write it here, 252 donated. Okay, then she had 1/4 of the muffins left. If the total is 20 units, okay, 1/4 of 20 units will be equal to 5 units. Since there's 3 units of banana muffins left, which means that over here must be 2 units. Okay, and this will be equal to 6 units. Okay, so I haven't answered part A yet. Part A is asking what fraction of the muffins did her family eat? If you are familiar with the branching method for part A, banana muffins is 3/5, right? Okay, and the family ate 3/4 of the banana muffins. Okay, this will give me 9/20. This is the answer for part A. For part B, how many muffins did she bake altogether? So we know that this is 6 units. 6 units is equals to 252. From here, we can find what is 1 unit. 252 divided by 6. And we can find what is 20 units. Okay, 840 altogether. Okay, so this is the answer for part B. Question 17. The table shows the cost of fruits in store A. Oranges 4 for $3, apples 3 for $2, and French melons $9 each. Mr. Tan bought an equal number of oranges and apples. What was the ratio of the amount he spent on the oranges to the amount he spent on the apples? Give your answer in the simplest form. So in this case, okay, for oranges, right, is 4 for $3. For apples, it is 3 for $2. We're gonna make them the same, which is 12 for $9, okay, and 12 for $8, which means that now the number is equal. Okay, the ratio of the amount of money spent on oranges is to apple is 9:8. Okay, this is already in the simplest form. Part B, Mrs. Lee bought some fruits. The ratio of the number of oranges to the number of apples to the number of French melons is 8:9:3. She spent $936 altogether. How many fruits did she buy? Okay, so O:A:M. 8:9:3. Okay, let's treat this 8:9:3 as the exact number. Okay, 8 oranges will cost me $6. 9 apples will cost me $6. 3 melons will cost me $27. Okay, so which means that this ratio over here, okay, 6:6:27, is the amount of money. Which means that if I were to continue over here, 6 plus 6 plus 27. Okay, 39 units. Or you can call it parts. Okay, is equals to 936. Okay, let's find out what is 1 unit. $24. So 6 unit is equals to $11144. Okay, 27 unit is equal to 648. Okay, which means that O is to A is to M. Okay, she basically spent $144, $144, and $648. Okay, so for oranges, $144 can buy me how many? Okay, 144 divided by $3 gonna give me 48. Okay, but remember this is 48 groups, so next step will be 48 times 4. Okay, 192. For apples, I need to divide by 2. Okay, it's going to give me 72 groups. Okay, so remember 72 groups of 3. I need to next 72 times 3. $216. As for melons, it will just be a straightforward of 648 divided by 9. Going to give me 72 immediately. Okay, so I need to add up these 3. Okay, so the last step would be 72 plus 192 plus 216 gonna give me 480. This is the answer for part B.